The Killer is here on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray, released by Shout Factory. It can be found at your various online retailers. Depending on my mood on a particular day, I go between The Killer and Hard Boiled as my favorite of director John Woo's filmography. He is arguably the king of action in Hong Kong cinema, and The Killer has long been on my 4K wish list. The way The Killer was shot and its look reminds me a little bit of Michael Mann's Heat, released half a decade later. Woo's distinct style is on full display, and the action is simply top tier. Chow Yun-fat is excellent, as are Danny Lee and Kang Shu. The story moves at a brisk pace, and the ending, no spoilers, sticks with me. I give The Killer a high recommendation for those looking to see top-form action cinema. The Killer on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray has an aspect ratio of 185:1, with native 4K resolution, and it supports both HDR10 and Dolby Vision. For a list of equipment that I use for my review, check the video description. According to the press release, The Killer on 4K underwent a restoration from the original camera negative. The source itself looked very clean, only minor blemishes that mostly eagle-eyed viewers will spot, but nothing overly egregious. Film grain is a bit on the chunkier side, mostly visible during night or dimly lit scenes. Those that appreciate it will find that it thankfully hasn't been managed. As for what the 4K resolution does bring to the table, it's best to note first that the film has a bit of an intentional softness to the picture. This leads to a sometimes hazy look, almost dreamlike. As such, there isn't going to be razor sharpness to the picture or lifelike amount of detail. With that said, close-ups, which are plentiful in this film, do convey more depth to textures. Some slight blooming in light sources is easily visible, but once again, this is a purposeful result of the filmmaking. The inclusion of HDR and Dolby Vision offer a very nice enhancement to the palette. The visuals, specular highlights for example, do allow a bit of flourish. The neon lighting of Hong Kong are decidedly bold. Day scenes, the scene of the Dragon Boat Festival, look really vibrant. As for skin tones, they appear natural throughout, and whites show good stability. Black levels in their turn are appropriately deep with inky night scenes, and darkened interiors also fare very well. The Killer on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray supports a Cantonese DTS mono mix with English subtitles. There's also an English DTS mono track. I, of course, always offer the native language track with subtitles, which in this case is the Cantonese DTS mono mix. Before I start, as much as I've seen this film, it seems that a new translation in the subtitles was implemented, and I have a few notes. One, I believe I spotted a few misspellings during my viewing. And two, some of the interpretations seemed off in a few scenes. The second point very well could just be a loss in translation mix-up, maybe translated using AI tools, which is a whole other topic of concern, but the spelling errors is just bad quality control. Anyway, as far as the audio itself, I was more than impressed with how it sounded. Much like Woo's recently released Hard Boiled on 4K, the mono was full-bodied and energetic. Action scenes hit with gusto and are often impactful. Dialogue reproduction is clean with no issues. This release from Shout Factory is action-packed, pardon the pun, with both new and legacy bonus features. First and foremost, there are a pair of new audio commentaries, one featuring director John Woo and film critic Drew Taylor. There's also a legacy audio commentary with John Woo featured on the disc. On a standalone Blu-ray are the bulk of the bonus features, with the highlight being a 75-minute documentary on director John Woo and his films. There are various film critics and film historians, as well as John Woo himself, talking about his filmography and influences. A second 45-minute sit-down interview with director John Woo is also featured, a short called Editing the Killer with David Woo, and a few other meaningful features talking about the film in Hong Kong cinema. There are also deleted scenes, an image gallery, and trailers. And for the picture quality, I will give The Killer on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray an A. Shout Factory once again shows that they care about Hong Kong cinema, and this is easily apparent with this transfer. The movie looks nice and filmic throughout, and Dolby Vision adds a nice bit of visual flourish to the palette. I think fans of this film will be more than happy with the results. For the audio mix, I scored it an A-. The film's sound design manages to squeeze out every bit of energy with the Cantonese mono track. Action scenes are impactful and robust, and even the quieter moments have good presence. Aside from a few hiccups with the subtitles and translation, this is a very satisfying audio mix. And for the extras, I graded them an A. I think the amount of bonus features included with this release will satisfy even the most casual fans of the film. The documentary is well worth watching for fans of both the director and Hong Kong cinema, and the rest of the supplements are done well. This is a good amount of bonus features included from Shout. So that is my review of The Killer on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray from Shout Factory. If you're interested in picking up a copy for yourself, I will leave a direct Amazon link in the comment section. But if you have the disc already, let us know your thoughts down below. In the meantime, please like, subscribe, hit that bell notification. So until next time, this is Adam with Movie Guy 365. I will see you at the movies.